Hello, planner friends. Happy February. It's February. Can you believe it? It feels like January took 30 years to finish and 3 seconds as well, all at the same time. Crazy month. It's like so slow on one hand and so quick on the other, and can't say that I'm sad to see it in my rearview mirror, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for warm weather. I'm ready for some green and sunshine, and being able to be outside a little more. But the good news is I live in the South, so it's probably going to be sooner rather than later for me. And for those of you that live in the North, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, other than I'll tell you what I tell my boss that lives in Boston, and that is retire in the South so you don't have to deal with those cold winters. Anyway, I just thought I would do a quick flip of what January turned out in my planner, and just show you what it looks like. So you will see I'm in the A6 rings. Didn't make it very far. If you've seen my last couple videos in my Hobonichi weeks, I may go back to it, I don't know. But one of the things I realized in those couple of weeks in using the weeks was that the rings are my happy place. So for right now, I'm staying put in my rings. This is a Gillio A6 that I purchased secondhand. It's in the dark brown leather and I absolutely love it. The only thing I wish it had was bigger rings, but I'm not willing to upgrade the rings because if I did, then they would be so big, I'm afraid that I wouldn't be able to use the pin loop and that my tabs may overhang. I might get brave one day and try it. I don't know. But right now, it's not a big enough deal to worry about because I have other ones to to swap in, other covers to swap in when the small rings start to bug me. And quite honestly, it really only bothers me towards the end of the month when I'm carrying 2 months at a time in here. So you can see right now it's pretty chunky, but it's because I have January and February in here. And as soon as I finish filming this video, January will go out and go into storage, and then it won't be a big deal. So I have filmed a flip through pretty recently, so I won't go through every single thing in here. It's not anything different than it's been, so I'll just flip to looking at what my pages look like for the month of January. So I'm continuing to use this, where is it? I think it's actually in the back, yeah. So this pullout from Peanuts Planner Co. for forward planning, kind of like a Calendex. And I really like this. I'm really enjoying having this kind of for big picture. I am color coding by family member so that I can use it for different things, you know, different things on the same day. So yeah, that's my forward planning. And then my daughter's high school calendar. And then here's January. Very basic, just a little bit of washi here at the top for decoration. I was perfectly content with that. Didn't really feel like I needed anything more than that. And then for February, and here's my tracker. So I did use this pretty faithfully this month, and I actually liked it having it here in the monthly view. It took a little bit more discipline to remember to look at it than having it back in with my weeks. But I like it well enough, especially since I'm not having extra pages printed out in my planner. So tracking medicine, Bible study, creative, which these two I really fell off in terms of tracking, just didn't bother. But reading was something I'm really proud of this. I'm really wanting to try to make reading more of a habit. And so you can see I did pretty good. I actually finished 2 books this month. Move, you can see I said, it's been too cold and rainy. Cooking at home, making healthy choices, and staying connected with friends. And then this was my sleep tracker. At the beginning of the month, for months moving forward, I will have my tasks and goals, but for January, I hadn't thought about doing that yet. So it's actually here in my weekly and daily pages. So this is January, a couple of free printables that I just thought were so pretty. And here's my January tasks. I didn't do too bad. This project's actually, these two are actually ongoing. Well, actually all 3 of those are ongoing. And then the other big ones, I got all but 1 done. So I'm pretty happy with that. This ties into what you saw on the tracker page, the things that I wanted to try to focus on in January. And the only one I really didn't do very well on was the blog post. I just didn't have the time or the creative energy after I did all these other things to do a blog post. So let me just make this a little bit closer for you guys so it'll be easier for you to see. There we go. Okay, so all right, so moving past the big picture goal setting stuff, then you move into the weeklies. And I didn't use this week view because I used the December one where it had more of the week in it. I don't even know why I left these in here, but because of the dailies, which I didn't even use because it was New Year's weekend. So here's the first full week of January. I always use this column for tracking what we ate, or if we ate out. Multi-day stuff, I will turn the planner sideways and write it across here. And then most of the rest of this is date-specific appointments or things I need to remember on a specific day. If you've watched any of my other videos in the past, you'll know that I plan in what I call a funnel method. So all of my advanced planning goes in the monthly pages and that Calendex, and then I don't plan the weeks until usually the week before. This is something I'll sit down on Saturday or Sunday and fill this out, pulling from the monthly view. These are the to-do items, and then for this particular week I started using a tracker, and that's when I decided I really wanted to use it at the monthly view, because then I like having that overall picture for the whole month. It just feels like it tells me more about, you know, like where I'm at in terms of what I'm doing versus how well I'm sleeping, that kind of thing. And then I had my meal plans up here, but you'll see in future weeks that didn't stay. But the nice thing about the DIY fish pages is that you have the ability to pretty much make this page whatever you want, and I really like that. So my daily pages. Okay, as I was saying before I was interrupted by a phone call, my dailies I do bullet journal style. So the DIY fish dailies, I'll show you on this one, are basically just a blank. They do have a very faint timeline down the side here that goes from 1 a.m. to midnight, with half hours between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. I have never used the timeline, although I never use the timeline even on the Hobonichi pages for the most part. I just treat this as a blank canvas, and it works really well for me. And it allows me the ability to bullet journal in rings, which makes me happy. So I always just list out my to-dos. I don't usually even put a signifier. Unless I finish it, then I check it off. A dot means it's in progress, and then the little forward arrow means it'll have to get done on another day. I then use the rest of the page for journaling or notes, and then I typically put down at the bottom here with a little TV icon if we watch something on TV. And then I use the heck out of Post-it notes. I'm still using up Post-it notes from, you know, a few years ago. This one is an old Happy Planner. This is probably maybe one of the last ones of those that I have, but I really like the little pink Post-it, so I used it there. Things that are in red tend to be things that are like non-standard schedule or important things that I don't want to forget. So I'll just flip through here. Again, TV stuff at the bottom. Notes of things that I ordered, things we had for dinner. Usually this area up here at the top, you'll see here, like we had some trees cut down, so I put that up there just to remind me. Sometimes I'll highlight it, sometimes I don't. Yeah, the weekends tend to be either just a long to-do list or a lot of journaling. I use washi tape on the weeks to make it easy for me to find the weekly view, because they are embedded in between the days. So here you can see I tried to use the tracker, or set it up anyway, didn't use it. And I really didn't like having the meal planning up here. So you'll see in later weeks that I moved it back to the bottom. Started tracking what we were watching on TV here, as well as books that I was reading. Yeah, highlights based on the person. Lots of journaling this month. That's one of the things I like about the A6 page is the fact that it's wider. It's more comfortable when you're writing on it for journaling. So here was the week of the 17th, and I put this washi in here just to kind of break the page up and give it a little bit of something. It was so gray and gloomy, I just wanted something happy. I didn't do anything. What was going on here? Oh, these were just really busy days. Busy work-wise on Tuesday, and then Monday being the holiday. We had a lot going on just around the house. I didn't do anything. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. This was just a crazy week in general. You can see I just picked right up. So I treat it just like a bullet journal. I just don't worry about it. I pick it up right where I left off. Here is the 2 weeks ago. This is last week. My to-do list looks deceptively short, but it's because work is so busy right now. I'm trying to be realistic with my expectations. So yeah, that takes us through the end of the month. This would be the beginning of February. So this actually, I won't do anything with these pages because I'll just start in my February. So here's Monday, and I'll probably leave that with January, put it away, and then start into my February pages. So this is a cloth and paper dashboard that I absolutely love because I keep it, as you see, covered in sticky notes. A lot of times I will have my menu plan on here, that kind of stuff, but I just really like it. And I have left this little post-it. You may have seen this if you followed me on Instagram, but I left this in here to remind me, rings work for you. Quit using other planners. I need to just quit squirreling. That's my goal for 2022. Quit squirreling. This is a journaling reflection that I got. I'll leave the link down below to the shop where this came from. But I I like just kind of glancing at it at the end of the month and just kind of thinking. I don't always write it down, but it just kind of helps me think about things. And then this is from Plan with B. This was supposed to be double-sided, but when it printed on my printer, for some reason, my printer was having a brain fart and it didn't print double-sided. And then I just let the second page be, it printed it on regular paper because it didn't print double-sided. And I just decided it looked pretty that way. So I left it. I think it looks really nice with the vellum over this one. And that is February. So we'll save that for another time. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use the A6 rings or the personal rings, still debating that. So I'll keep you up to date in another video. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let me know what you ended up doing for January. Did you end the month in the same planner you started the month in, or did you do like me and start in one planner and end in a completely different one? Let me know. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.